Oh my word, yes, Liverpool back in the Champions League with a bang. And listen, after the disappointment of the Nottingham Forest game, the pressure was on. Probably more for us than maybe it was for the players, but hopefully not. Slot clearly not happy with the performances of a number of the players, and the ones broadly who didn't perform well at the weekend. Particularly, I thought Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister really shone tonight. Both put themselves through the ringer, both worked tirelessly throughout. Szoboszlai, another one of those performances that we saw at the start of last season, where he just seems to find more and more energy as the game goes on. Great engine on him, and he really got to showcase it, I thought, tonight. And of course, gets in the goals as well, which is a thing that I didn't realise this at the time, but it was mentioned by Slot that if you want to play in that number 10 position, more goals, more assists, so that will ease the pressure on him. He'll feel loads better for it. Not the cleanest of finishes, but ultimately you've got to be in there, and they all count when you stick them in the back of the net. So yeah, just wasn't it great, and particularly when you consider that it didn't start well. Liverpool could have been down in the dumps, and look, I was doing the watch along, and you could see it in the comments. Just people's heads going. I think we were doing commentary, feeling particularly good about it, because you can't help but go, well, what will this mean if we can't turn this round? What will that feel like? I often live in that world of fearing the sort of reaction as much as the misery of living in a world where Liverpool don't win football matches, which is bad enough on its own, by the way. But they had the goal, and it was a well capitalised on series of mistakes. Kostas doesn't win his header. Van Dijk then reacts, and Morata gets the better of him, and then Pulisic takes his chance really well. Fair play, good goal. 1-0 in the San Siro in that atmosphere. And Liverpool had an excuse there to crumble, and they didn't have any interest in taking it. They stuck to the game plan. They worked their way up through the gears. And what they did in scoring from set pieces, obviously first, Kanate, brilliant, had a great delivery from Trent for that one, is that you've got to have multiple ways of winning, and that was one of the things that was sorely lacking against Forest. You know, when we come up against teams that are going to park buses, that wasn't Milan tonight, it was much more of an open game, but you need to be on point in a variety of different ways, and Liverpool were today. Liverpool created a host of opportunities in all kinds of different ways, some in a gegenpressing sense, 2 goals scored, one from a free kick from Trent in a sort of cornerish position. Great corner from Kostas Tsimikas, and great movements and determination and just guile from Van Dijk to score as well in that one. And then, of course, scoring counter-attacking goals on breaks. We had a couple of really brilliant chances. We crafted one. The first one that Salah hits the bar is a really well crafted. Lots of give and goes through the centre of the pitch as well. So Liverpool showed tonight they can hurt you in a variety of ways, and they're going to need to, because if they're not going to be this all gang-busting, windmilling into teams and all hyper energy and blah, blah, blah. If they're good, they're going to have to be able to pick their moments to accelerate games. And actually, yeah, today was a good example of the full sort of quiver of arrows, in a green arrow sense, rather than just having a bunch of the same arrows, having a variety of arrows in your quiver that do a variety of different things. Boxing glove, some sort of glue one, for example. If you're not a comic book fan, I appreciate I may have lost you all there, but tough tits. Welcome to me on YouTube. Really good. I thought Gravenberch was the least flashy of our midfield three. You know, in a highlights match of the day sense, there won't be loads from Gravenberch there. Maybe that you'll go, oh wow, like, oh, how silky a footballer. But particularly one moment in the second half where he identifies the threat of a deep line runner, tracks back and blocks off an opportunity, and Virgil van Dijk is all over him, and Kanate giving him his dues for great defensive work. He actually did the dirty work really well, and then was neat and tidy, winning the ball back and shielding in front of the back four. Really accomplished performance from Gravenberch again. But yeah, for me, Mac Allister's best performance of the season, Szoboszlai's best performance of the season. But let's talk Cody Gakpo. Oh, that was the lad. And I'll admit to being sceptical about whether he could do it on the left-hand side. And that, look, the jury will be out. I want to see him do it in the Premier League. But, look, if he can't do it in the Premier League and he can do it in the Champions League, that's fine as well. That's called having a squad. But, yeah, I hope he can do it at a higher level is what I'm saying. And I know what I mean by that is AC Milan, we're going to face better teams than AC Milan, and we're going to face better fullbacks than the fullbacks than Calabria, who was dog shit at right back today. They'll be staring at challenges against deeper pack sides, like what Nottingham Forest were doing, and hopefully he'll get his opportunity to shine in them. But look, whatever, I don't even know why I've wasted everyone's time not singing his praises. He was magnificent today, magnificent. That's exactly what you want to see from Cody Gakpo, getting the ball, driving at players, making things happen, slalom and runs, just gliding across the pitch, being a constant threat, being an out ball, stretching it, providing width when needed to. Does brilliantly to create Szoboszlai's goal as well. It looks like it's like his last action of the game. Looks like he's about to lose possession. And just finds that extra gear, very Fernando Torres like, and just accelerates past his man to create one. So I'm glad he had a goal involvement on the night. If we can keep him up to speed, that's the quality of squad depth for Liverpool there. Make it a question. Make it a question, because Diaz so far, he's got 3 goals so far this campaign. It's still his shirt. But if Gakpo can come in and do that, if Diaz for any reason is a bit tired or has a little goal drought for a few weeks, Gakpo can come in. If he can play like that, then the chase will be on for Diaz to go and get that shirt back. I think that's what I'm hoping. That's what Slot's looking for, because there hasn't been a lot of rotation so far. But he will have done his chances, no harm whatsoever. I think he's an absolute shoe-in to start West Ham next week, and then go from there. See if you can have a similar impact. See if you can have more of an impact. See if you can get on the goal scoring list as well. So yeah, I love Cody Gakpo. I think Gakpo was my man of the match today. Let me know who yours was in the comment section underneath, and also. Perfect time to come and join Redmen Plus. We've got a code, slot, half price of a yearly subscription to redmenplus.com. If you just want to get all the Plus videos on YouTube now, we've made them available as a YouTube membership. It is more expensive. You don't get the back catalogue or the podcast, but it is more convenient. So you've got a couple of ways to watch our Plus videos and podcasts right now. The full package over on Redmen Plus, and there's 50% off right now on redmenplus.com. So fill your boots on that. But yeah. Boss, up and running, the doom and gloom cast aside by a brilliant Liverpool performance, up the Champions League winning Reds.